Good morning, everyone. Dan with E-Bike Nation. Welcome to my channel. We're out doing a, not sure, 20 to 30 mile ride today, and I'm riding my Magnum Metro X. It's my 26-inch e-bike. But we'll be hopping on the trail up here, and a little traffic here we got to navigate. Waiting on a school bus to clear here. Well, this kiddo's almost late for school. Hope you guys have had a great week. It's been a fairly quiet week for me. Didn't get a chance to get out and ride yesterday. Had some running I had to do yesterday, so figured I'd get out today and ride. We'll be jumping on the trail here. Not sure exactly where I'm going today. I've still got some squeaky brakes on this Magnum. Need to work on that. I'm also reviewing the Blue Wind bike seat, which I'll show you once we review the bike. Very comfortable seat. Yeah, once I review this seat, I'll go ahead and send a copy of the video to Blue Wind. Maybe they can send me some other e-bikes and merch to review for them. But I purchased this seat. I did not get it from the company free, but I did want to get out and review it as well. Highly recommended seat, and I can see why now, as comfortable as it is. Yeah, today we're riding along at about 15.5 miles an hour. We're in pedal assist 3, which Magnum calls sport. This is the bike I had to take the front fender off because the clearance on the tire, with the way the bracket's made on the fender, kept rubbing against the tire, so their tolerance was too close, so I just took it off. So maybe Magnum can send me another fender that'll fit on this bike. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. This is on Thursday. So I figured it'd be a really good day to get out and ride. It's a little breezy. Going to get warmer this afternoon, 75 to 77 here in Southwest Ohio. Though I wore my long sleeves for this ride because it's a little bit chilly yet this morning. Got a little rain last night, I see. I've got several videos coming up. I've got enough to last for the next 10 days anyway. On some videos I've already edited and uploaded to YouTube, so you guys can watch them for the next 11 days for sure, not counting the ones that I'll do after this video. We might ride towards downtown today. Take you along a river once we get up a little ways. Follow that on into downtown. It's pretty a scenic ride actually. So we'll be doing that today, I think. It'll be a little longer video today. I'm not going to stop the video. We'll just talk about some things coming up on my channel. Several videos that I have planned on safety and bike repairs and bike accessories, including merch. Waiting on a tracking number on another bike that a company's sending me. So that'll be coming in here probably in the next 5 to 10 days, I think. Again, as soon as I get the tracking number. But I wanted to get another review out for Magnum on this bike. It's been a very comfortable bike to ride. I probably got 300 to 400 miles on this by now. Still got to adjust the brakes, maybe put some better brakes on here. I have cleaned them once or twice, but don't have as bad a squeak as I had, but I still have a little bit of squeak. But it's not your traditional fat tire bike. The tires are, I think, about 2.5 on this 26-inch bike. Not really considered a fat tire. More crossover between a fat tire and a cruiser, you may call it. Or a commuter. I call commuters and cruisers pretty much the same thing. So we'll probably get 16 to 18 miles in if I'm going downtown. A little bit shorter than me going up along the bike trail to the river or up into Xenia, Ohio. That's a little longer ride, but I like this ride as well. Last time I was down this way was last Saturday, and I rode up into Eastwood Metro Park, and they had a BMX display going on with some riders doing some jumps and things like that over some ramps, and that was pretty cool. I put out some shorts on that one. Watched one of them crash. Guys might want to watch that video. It's a short, but I've got the title on there about the poor guy crashing after he did his jump. He got right back up. I was really surprised. Well, you know, he's not even probably 18, 20 years old, so he didn't even get hurt. I'm sure them guys are used to falling off them bikes. And there's an 8-year-old kid on one of those videos doing tricks and things on the ramp. That was pretty impressive for an 8-year-old kid. I got two different vantage points today. I got both cameras going, both of my GoPros. I got a handlebar mount and I've got my helmet mount on today. Just something a little different. And I'll tell you, this seat is very comfortable. I've gone a couple miles now, 2.5 miles, and extremely comfortable. So shout out to Blue Wind. If you guys want a really comfortable wide bike seat, this might be what you're looking for. I've ridden different brands like Giddy Up and things like that, and they're all very comfortable seats, but this one may take the top spot. Especially when you get older like I am. I'll be 72 in November, and I really like more of a more comfortable ride. Going by the little detour up here that have had the bridge closed, or the bike trail, for almost 9 months now. Trying to redo an overpass over the bike trail, and I'll be so glad when they get that fixed. Let me know, you guys, if my videos are helping you make a decision or a choice on an e-bike. I've still got 6 of them in rotation. So tomorrow, whenever I ride next, I'll be riding a different bike. Might be this evening. I think I'll probably be riding the Juiced, and I'll put that on the end screen for a video that I recommend, and I'll put that at the end of this video. I'll be riding the Juiced Rip Current S. That means step through, but it's my 26 by 4-inch fat tire bike, and it's a great bike. It's got a 1,000-watt motor on it, and it's got a I believe a 52-volt battery on it. I think 19 amp hour. I'll correct that if it's wrong. But I really like riding that bike as well. I like all my bikes. The lightest bike I got is 37 pounds. That would be my Optic bike, Argon. And the heaviest bike I have will be the Anioki AQ177 Pro Max. That bike's 110 pounds. What's interesting, the battery in the Anioki is 30-pound battery, and it almost weighs the same as one of my e-bikes. That's crazy. See, I'll be putting everything in rotation here and riding different bikes every day now. Try to get some new ones into review, and I will. Might be a fat tire bike coming up. Them lights flashing, I'm thinking. Can't really tell yet. Nope, that is not a fat tire bike. Just a guy trying to be very careful on his bike. Come almost 3.7 miles now. Very comfortable ride today. Got these leaves really falling now. We're not far from colder weather. It's supposed to get pretty chilly here over the weekend. It's supposed to get down in the upper 40s, I believe, for a high. That's getting down there a little bit. As I've mentioned on previous videos, I will be riding all year long. Unless there's ice on the trail, you'll see me on the trail. I don't care if there's snow on the trail. I'll just get out one of my fat tire bikes and have fun. But you really got to get that when the snow just comes down, because you get a lot of riders on there, it starts packing it down to where you get ice, and that's when I don't like getting out. I don't need to break a hip at my age, or break a leg or something like that. This bike has got a cadence sensor, which the more I ride bikes that are torque sensors, the more I like torque sensors over cadence sensors. You can get a much better workout with a torque sensor than you do a cadence sensor, because the cadence sensor is definitely sensing the pressure you're putting into the bike, and it adjusts the speed to maximize that pedal assist level, shall we say. Where a torque sensor, you have to put everything into the pedals, and it will calculate again how much power to put in. But if you want to go faster, you just need to put more pressure onto the pedals, obviously. So I'm becoming a really good fan of the torque sensor bikes now. I own a couple of them that's got torque sensors, and I know one of my good friends down in Florida, Richard, it's got e-bike adventures, e-bike reviews and adventures. I keep getting that wrong. He got a torque sensor bike in, and he's a real fan of it now as well. Now, I know a couple other e-bike channels like Russ is Right. Shout out to him as well. I think he prefers cadence sensors. So, get across the little middle section here. He's got problems with his knees and legs. I think he had a knee replacement, and he had a lot of difficulty after that, and so I think he really likes the cadence sensor bikes. Just watching one of his videos, and if Russ is watching the video, he can correct me if I'm wrong. There's those hills that we go up a lot. I won't do that so much anymore. Caleb likes to do it on his walkie 26-inch fat tire bike that I sold him. But he was riding that walkie and doing stuff like that, a lot of off-roading and stuff, and every bolt on his motor come loose. A lot of them fell out of the motor. So I think that's a poor design on Walkie's part. Doesn't mean it's a bad bike, but they should have paid attention to using Loctite and stuff on all their bolts before they ship those bikes. So I recommend to people that when you assemble your bike, and even the bolts that are already assembled, make sure those things are really tight. Or you might want to put some Loctite on those bolts so they don't come loose on you. I'd hate to be riding along on a bike trail and my motor fall out of my rear hub motor. If the bolts come loose, it's probably not going to happen, but you can definitely cause some damage to your motor. So Caleb did experience that by doing a lot of off-roading with that walkie. Again, it's a very good quality bike that walkie sent me. It's got great components on the bike. But you really need to do your due diligence and do your research on all kinds of e-bikes that are out there. They come in so many different price points, the quality of the bike. I mean, my Opta bike, which is my most expensive bike that was sent to me, it was $2,800. And a lot of my people on my channel thought that bike was way overpriced. Well, they don't understand the quality that was put into that bike. I mean, it's got carbon fiber front forks. It's got skinnier, like, road tires, very good tire brand as well. And it also has a battery that's integrated into the frame. But the bike itself, only 37 pounds. For somebody that needs a really light bike, I highly recommend that brand. Now, you can get out there and look at the Treks and all the other electric bikes that are out there that are as light as that bike. But I'm not sure that the quality is put into that bike like this one. So yeah, I ride it every now and then. It's a fun bike to ride around as a commuter. Instead of crossing that hole over there on the bike trail, I'm just going to take the road down there. Put my turn signals on that I have on the bike, and that way people can see me. Definitely hear the turn signals. Got my turn signal on again to get into the park. But yeah, I really like them turn signals, especially when you're on the road. Here's the park we're coming through, where I videoed a bunch of them BMX riders that were down here last weekend. It was pretty cool. It's a nice little park to cruise around in. I've done that before. But we're going to take the trail up to the river. See a guy putting his jacket on back there. It's a little bit chilly. I dressed perfectly today with my bike shirt. It's lined and it's really comfortable. My son got it for me for Christmas last year. On your left. And then my son's girlfriend embroidered the bike emblem on my jacket, which is really nice. Might get some wind noise once I get along this river. Kitty cat down there. Probably out looking for some food. I do a little throttling on this bike once I come to a slide incline or a hill, and it really does climb right up it. Right now I'm at about 15.6 miles an hour coming up on this hill, and I'll hit the throttle, and I'm actually climbing going up this hill to about 18 miles an hour. So yeah, it's got good torque to it. A little bit slower ride today than I normally do. We've been averaging right at 15.5 miles an hour on the ride so far, and we've come 6.5 miles. And it's only about 8.4 to get downtown from my house. So we only got a couple more miles to go to get down there. Down through here, there's not much going on, obviously. You got the river to the right over, which we'll be joining up here. Dayton's a population city proper now. I think we're right at about 80,000. I'll have to double check that, but we have dropped so much over the years since all the General Motors plants pulled out. We lost a ton of people due to that, and all the vendor companies that supplied them, all those people moved. We used to be a heavily manufactured city, and now we're more of a service industry. Can't see the river real well over here, but we'll see it better once we get up here about another half a mile maybe. Yeah, this is a nice little ride downtown. I like to take this trail because it's very quiet. There's not a lot of people on it. I don't know if you can see the buildings straight ahead. That is downtown Dayton. I grew up here and I stayed here. I live within less than a mile of where I grew up. We've been in our same home. Actually, it was our starter home. Now it's our finisher home. In 1977, so we never did move. We just really love our house. And now that we're getting older, we don't want any stairs. So I'm on a one floor, and I got a patio enclosure that you got to step down into on the back of my house. But other than that, it definitely fits our needs very well. I have a 2.5 car detached garage and a shed on that property as well. There's your river finally. We caught it. Always got like a wind tunnel through here. Yeah, you get more walkers down through here than you get anything. I think my helmet camera timed out there, so I turned it back on, which means I've been riding about a half hour. Got to watch all the goose poop down through here. You'll see a lot of them when we get up around this bend, probably. You usually see them all over the trail. There's our Dayton Children's Hospital over there. Fairly new building, very nice looking building actually. Here's where it gets a little windy. some big turtles out there on them rocks. I'm surprised we haven't seen the onslaught of the geese yet. I know they haven't flown south yet for the winter. Or if they do, I'm not sure. I'm not a bird expert. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on the comment section. What do geese do? Do they stay in the local area throughout the winter? Or do they move on to warmer climate? Somebody answer that question for me. I see a couple of them out there in the river, probably fishing. Got a couple out there fishing, it looks like, and sunning, and got another one just floating along there, and got another one there. Usually I gotta beat my horn to get them off the trail. Yeah, pretty scenic coming down this way, just following the river all the way downtown. A few more geese floating around the river there. I boosted the pedal assist up to pedal assist 4, comfortably cruising along at 20 miles an hour. Ah, they put a trail here. This is new. I'm gonna go ahead and follow this. This is different. I'm glad they did that, because when you get down there, you had a real sharp angle that you had to turn to go up a hill. Well, I really like how they did this. This is new. They did a very nice job on this. I did not know they did this. They're always improving our bike trails down here, without a doubt. We'll take the city road here a little bit. Now I actually think I'm gonna follow it across there. The bike trail says left here, but I'm gonna go on down to the, I'll go across the street here. We got this bump we gotta get over. We'll just follow this down through here. New building here, I'm not sure what that is over there. Chalk it up to progress, I guess. These are high-end apartments down here. Mostly young professionals live in these. A lot of people like to live downtown and live urban like this, right off downtown, and they're expensive, I know that. Then you got some condominiums coming up. They're even more expensive, I believe. Here's where I would be coming up. As you can see the trail, I would be coming up and having to make a sharp left turn up this hill to get where I'm at now. So they have changed that. Now they just need to correct the bumps back here, the curbs, where that smooths that out for people who just go across the road. Due to safety reason, they may not be doing that. On your right. Going down under the little bridge here, and we'll go up into an area they call Riverscape. Won't be long, they'll be putting ice in there for ice skaters throughout the winter months. Yeah, they got a lot of festivals down through here throughout the summertime, and this is where I really wanted to put a food blessing box, but the city would not let me do that, or they never responded back. I guess they think they don't want that type of people hanging out down here. It's only people that are hungry, so I don't understand that, but they're allowed to get down here and get drunk and drink beer and all that in these festivals, but it's not okay to put a food blessing box. Got a problem with that one. So we just started a food pantry at our church. Got our 501c nonprofit certificate in place, and so we're doing it from there, actually doing another food outreach. I've been a member of food outreaches for 20 some years, mostly mobile outreaches, so I got a little experience in doing them, and it's one of my passions as an e-biker to fill these blessing boxes that are on the bike trails. So yeah, here we are, downtown Dayton. We'll get a little bit of a video up here, the river, and then I'll get off and talk about the bike a little bit. And we're going to do that right up here. Guy on a fat tire bike just went by down there on the trail. But as you can see, that's a pretty good vantage point of the river here in downtown. Got a bunch of tables down there for people to sit and eat lunch, and that kayaking area down there in the middle is that's actually man-made. See a lot of kayakers out there in the summertime. It's pretty cool. Got a guy on the other side over there fishing, I see. Good place to fish because you got that little running water coming down through. Then you get a lot of fish that's going to hang out in that pool of water over there that's beside him, that's really quiet. And yeah, you can see these geese and thing are down here, and they're out there looking for food for sure. But yeah, let me get off the bike here and get my pedal assist off, and we'll talk about this thing a little bit. Okay, I kind of like